Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, living a greener lifestyle was the focus of this recent event. We'll tell you all about it. Plus, proceeds from this rummage sale will benefit local teens. We'll tell you how. And Southern California hospitals are seeing a spike in flu patients. Find out why health officials are encouraging all residents to get their vaccines. These stories and much more just seconds away. Your local news starts right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. Thanks for joining us. Here are your top stories. The new year welcomed hundreds of new laws for Californians, from healthcare to immigration to even light bulb standards. That's right. As of January 1st, California entered the last phase of a program designed to improve the energy efficiency standard of light bulbs. The process started with the Federal Energy Independence and Security Act of 2007. California implemented the program 1 year ahead of the rest of the nation, starting with traditional 100-watt bulbs. Those manufactured on or after January 1st, 2011, had to use 28% less energy than a traditional 100-watt incandescent light bulb. Also newly accepted bulbs, including halogen, compact fluorescent, or light-emitting diode bulbs, could not use more than 72 watts. On January 1st, 2012, the standard went into effect on traditional 75-watt bulbs. The new bulbs could have a maximum 53 watts. Now this year, the standard went into effect statewide for traditional 60-watt bulbs. 43 watts is the new standard, and 29 watts will replace the 40-watt bulb. For more information, you can go to energy.ca.gov/lightbulbs. Well, the unusually cold weather for Southern California is making headlines this week, as the National Weather Service even issued a 24-hour freeze warning and frost advisory. Southern California Edison issued a press release reminding all SoCal Edison customers to bundle up and stay safe when using electricity during cold weather spells. Children should stay at least 3 feet from the furnace, fireplace, wood stove, or portable heater. Never use your oven to heat your home, and if you are using space heaters, try to keep one room warm at a time. It's safer and will help keep your electric bill lower. Remember to turn off your portable heater when you leave a room or go to bed. Plug portable heaters directly into an electrical wall outlet instead of an extension cord. Never use equipment designed for outdoor cooking and heating indoors. And be sure to check on your elderly and medically fragile neighbors during an outage. For more information, go to sce.com/staysafe. And to report outages, you can call 800-655-4555. Walmart will soon be expanding in Torrance. Officials recently announced they'll be opening a new Walmart grocery later this year. Competing with local supermarkets and grocery stores like Trader Joe's and Fresh and Easy, Walmart will open a 30,000 square foot neighborhood market in the former Kmart location on Hawthorne Boulevard. The other Walmart opened in September last year on Hawthorne Boulevard near Sepulveda, across from Del Amo Fashion Center. That 77,000 square foot store on the former Mervyn's location includes some dry groceries, but company officials scrapped the grocery component that would have taken up about a quarter of its floor space. Walmart's neighborhood market is expected to also include a bakery, deli, pharmacy, as well as fresh food. Walmart's grocery store will be sandwiched between Orchard Supply, hardware, and home goods. According to Walmart authorities, the project is expected to create about 75 contract construction jobs over the year and approximately 65 new full-time and part-time jobs. Well, children in the South Bay benefiting from the Healthy Kids Mobile Clinic received some good news this week. Through Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Centers in San Pedro and Torrance, the mobile clinic provides children living in poverty access to immunizations, basic pediatric care, as well as follow-up care. Each week, the clinic on wheels provides students at 135th Street Elementary School in Gardena with free health care on their campus, where 90% of the children live in poverty. The mobile clinic is now 12 years old and has been in need of a few repairs and upgrades, and with recent breakdowns, the good news came just in time. The U.S. Health Resources and Services Administration approved a grant of more than $400,000 that will allow Providence Little Company of Mary Foundation to purchase a new mobile unit and keep the clinic on the road. Funding is provided by the Affordable Health Care Act's School-Based Health Centers program. The mobile clinic staff includes a pediatric nurse practitioner, a nurse, a community health worker, and a driver who handles administrative duties. The clinic offers immunizations and treatments. Flu shots are available to the kids, their parents, and even school staff. The program serves 10 schools in Lawndale and the Los Angeles Unified School District communities of Gardena, San Pedro, and Wilmington. In 2012, care was provided to 3,600 children. The new van is expected to be more environmentally friendly, from the use of electronic medical records instead of paper to a new diesel hybrid generator. Well, the Torrance Meals on Wheels program received some good news this week. Sunnyside Nursing Center recently presented a check for $3,000. $500 came from family members of patients and faculty, while $2,500 was donated from the actual facility. The check was presented at a recent event held at the Toyota Automobile Museum in Torrance, where 80 volunteers from the Meals on Wheels program attended. Well, it's the end of an era for one local organization. RSVP, which stands for Retired Senior Volunteer Program, will close its doors at the end of the month for good after 40 years in operation. The Old Torrance-based nonprofit connected older adults over the age of 55 with groups needing volunteers. A recent decision by Congress to cut the national program, the largest for senior volunteers in the nation, by 20%, proved to be the last straw. A little more than half of the group's annual $100,000 budget came from federal funding. The National RSVP program began in 1971, and the South Bay RSVP program began in the basement of a Redondo Beach Methodist Church in 1975 before moving to Torrance. In 2012, the group had 500 volunteers at more than 90 organizations, including Meals on Wheels, America Reads, and Travelers Aid at LAX. Coming up, the new year brings New Year's resolutions, and if one of them is to live a greener lifestyle, we've got some tips. And it's not too late to get the flu vaccine. We'll tell you what local health officials are saying about this year's strain of the virus.
We are this close.
We're this close.
Tutelek modest.
We're this close.
This close to making history.
This close.
Ofon wantinti.
We are this close.
We are this close.
This close.
This close to changing the world. We are this close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again.
We are this close to making history.
We are this close to ending polio.
This close to ending polio.
We're this close.
This close.
This close to ending polio.
This close.
We are this close to ending polio. All we need is you.
All we need is you.
All we need is you.
Is you.
We are this close. This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
One of my biggest passions in life is animals. That's why I've worked with Morris Animal Foundation for over 40 years. Morris Animal Foundation is a world leader in helping animals live longer, healthier lives. You can too. Just show your support at morrisanimalfoundation.org.
To help cats, dogs, horses, and wildlife live healthier lives, visit morrisanimalfoundation.org, where we are advancing science that will create a healthier tomorrow for animals.
Cleaning up the environment is by far no easy feat, yet the Think Green, Go Green Festival is helping Torrance residents do just that. Our reporter Brittany Ben was there and has more on the story.
The Think Clean, Go Clean Festival set out to inspire attendees like Sherwin Rubin, who's here looking for a greener way to get around town, to become more environmentally friendly.
We came out because they were offering a test drive, and I've never driven an all-electric vehicle. And in the future, I think that's the way that I would go.
Rubin was among the nearly 300 attendees who came out to learn about living a greener lifestyle and about driving eco-friendly cars.
My mantra is good jobs, good schools, safe neighborhoods, and a clean and healthy environment. Environment is definitely one of my top priorities.
The second annual event, hosted by JPY Magazine and the South Coast Air Quality Management District, hopes to educate the community on how everyone, no matter how small the effort, can make a difference.
This is not like a huge event. It is a small event, but what we're trying to do is to, pitch in all these little events everywhere and in more like a community size, which we can all communicate to raise awareness.
Event attendees enjoyed eco-friendly themed art, musical performances, and were able to participate in 13 different interactive workshops and exhibits, including how to trade in an old lawnmower for a zero-emissions model.
Okay, go get that dirt. There you go.
At the Dance for Oceans booth, volunteers explained how Americans drink more than 28 billion servings of bottled water in a year and use more than 380 billion plastic bags. They suggest that by simply buying reusable products, the amount of plastic trash found in our oceans can be dramatically reduced.
It's from the beach, and 80% of the trash in the ocean comes from land, not from the boats.
In addition to plastic trash, air pollution is another factor harming the environment. And at the Toyota Test Drive booth, individuals could drive the newest low-emission vehicles.
I drove it. I was very impressed. And it was very exciting to do that.
Prior to the event, Ruben never knew hybrid plug-in cars existed. And it's an option he says he'll definitely be considering to help his community go green. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Brittany Bin.
Thank you, Brittany. If you're interested in going green in your home, try using water-based cleaning products that are labeled zero VOC or volatile organic compound. These products create less air pollution and help improve air quality. Torrance Women's Club hosted another great fundraising event, this time in an effort to help local teens. Wealthy Jenner tells us more.
Rummaging through boxes and tables, tons of people came through the Torrance Women's Club in hopes of finding a great bargain and, without knowing, helping to fundraise.
Most of the goodies that we have here that we're selling today are from our group. We did ask the community if they had anything to be cleaning out their houses with. And a few did bring in things, so it is a community affair today.
The Rummage Sale, hosted by the Torrance Women's Club, is an annual event in an effort to raise much-needed funds for local charities. This year, their focus was Torrance Youth, where a portion of the sale proceeds will go to the Torrance Teen Center, The Attic.
The Attic is a center in Torrance where students can go after school to do their homework, and The Attic also has events for students in Torrance as well.
From items like jewelry and clothing to kitchenware and collectibles, you're certain to find something special. Nearly $1,800 was raised from this unique shopping experience, of which will go back to benefit the community.
We're a nonprofit organization, and we give out scholarships. We donate to the community, in the police, the military, anything that there is needed in our community. We are there to be helping the people.
The Women's Club is composed of 140 members and welcomes Torrance residents as well as other residents that are interested in joining. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Wealthy Jenner.
Thanks, Wealthy. The Torrance Women's Club was founded in 1921. They say while it's the Women's Club, membership is open to all men and women. For more information, you can go to torrancewomensclub.org. You've probably heard about the brutal influenza season hitting communities across the nation, but what about here in Torrance? Julie Parton has the story.
The large majority of the country is experiencing epidemic-like flu levels. California is one of the only states not yet affected, but experts believe that could quickly change. Elizabeth Clark is the Director of Infection Control at Torrance Memorial Medical Center.
In our facility in the first 2 weeks of this month, we've seen 27 cases. And to compare that to January of last year, for the entire month, we only saw 3 cases. So it is up. It's still in the normal stages, but yes, there are more cases than expected.
Clark says that receiving a flu shot is the best way to prevent acquiring influenza.
Actually, this year, it's a very good match. It's about 62% CDC has reported its effectiveness, which is very good for a vaccine. So they did very well. It's a good match. And of course, there are other strains of flu that are not covered in the vaccine. So of course, people can still be susceptible. However, it's not too late to get vaccinated, and we're really encouraging everyone to do so.
According to Clark, hand washing, using alcohol-based antibacterial products, and keeping your hands away from your face can also help fight illness. With flu season being so unpredictable and hitting early this year, many Torrance residents are already experiencing symptoms.
Stay home, drink fluids, and of course, cover your cough so you're not spreading it to others. But I think rest is important.
If you're still healthy, it's not too late to get a flu shot, and don't forget to practice proper hand-washing hygiene so you don't end up here. I'm Julie Parton for CitiCABLE 3.
Thanks, Julie. Hospital authorities tell us there is no shortage of vaccines anywhere in Torrance. That's good news. See your physician or pharmacist and visit flushot.healthmap.org for a location near you. And if you're wondering if you or your family members should get the flu vaccine, officials are recommending that everyone over 6 months of age should be vaccinated, and those particularly at risk are pregnant women, children under 5, and adults over 65. Also, those with chronic medical conditions such as heart disease or diabetes should get the vaccine, along with those living in nursing homes or long-term care facilities, as well as healthcare and daycare workers. You can get more information on low-cost vaccines or vaccine clinics operated by the county by calling 211 or go online to publichealth.lacounty.gov. After the break, we'll tell you about a free jazz show right here in Torrance.
We're here today to ask people about marriage.
For starters, what's the best thing about being married?
Who I get to stay married to. Family.
Togetherness.
To me, is having a companion.
This person.
My favorite thing about being married is that I have a partner.
Do you think your marriage is good for more than just the two of you?
Does it influence those around us?
Yeah, I think.
In a positive way?
I think so.
I would hope that people would see that when we're together that we really have a very true affection for each other.
What everybody wants, and we know we're lucky to have it.
The energy we give out in our home, I think, spreads out to other people.
Your marriage just continues to go on and on and on.
Oh, sure, and it'll affect generations after us.
I think it really sort of stabilizes your whole community. It's a cornerstone of a society, right?
Sounds like a good marriage goes a long way.
It touches a lot of people.
Want to improve your marriage? For ideas, go to foryourmarriage.org. A message from the Catholic Church.
They fought for social change. They fought against tyrants. They fought for human rights. Yet behind these achievements are individuals who waged a more personal war. They fought the struggle against mental illness, and they won.
Jazz fans, you're in for a real treat. The Torrance Cultural Arts Foundation is hosting a special program just for you. Big Drum, Small World, in conjunction with Jazz Reach, is offering a unique educational program on Saturday, January 26th at 2 p.m. at the James Armstrong Theater. Live musical performances, education, and multimedia programs are sure to excite our students at this free event. For more information, you can email the Torrance Cultural Arts Foundation Executive Director Chris Wolf at cwolf@torrancearts.org. And on Wednesday, January 30th at 7 p.m., the Torrance Unified School District Board of Education and Cabinet will hold a special budget workshop to discuss Governor Brown's 2014 budget proposal and its effects on the school district's funding. During the workshop, the board will receive information on the current budget proposals as well as review the budget reductions that have been made since 2007-2008 school year. The board will also hear from the community. In November, California voters approved Prop 30, which guarantees the same amount of funding as the previous school year. The budget workshop is open to the public, and residents are encouraged to attend. This takes place at J.H. Hull Middle School at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, January 30th. Hull Middle School is located at 231st Street in Torrance. Now let's go out to the sports desk where Juan Hernandez has a preview of what's to come.
It's great to be back with you. Guess what? It's our first show of 2013. The Bishop Montgomery Knights are on fire on the basketball court, both the boys and the girls squads. We've also got another team in town over on the pitch that's compiling a pretty impressive resume with some of the squads they're taking down. So to check all that out, be sure to check into the sports desk every day at 4 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. right here on CitiCABLE 3.
Thanks, Juan. That's going to do it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.